Good morning, everyone. My name is Lytle, and I'm hosting Mortgage Coaches Training Thursday. And today I have Teddy Corral with me, and he's also going to be hosting this call. So we have a lot that we're going to be doing. We're going to be covering a total cost of weight. We're also going to discuss a counteroffer analysis. Then we're going to move into our open house flyer, and we're going to show you how you can use the video at the open house and provide a message that way. So we're going to show you our new feature with our mobile device and show you how you can get that done. So with it, first thing we want to do is launch our poll questions, and then we'll dive into Edge and show you these different type of analysis. So Marcy, let's go ahead and do the poll. So first off, were you on our Tuesday coaching call? And the reason for it is Dave did mention on today's call that we will build a cost of weight as well as a counteroffer. So I have about 70% of you did not attend the call, and I'll show you where those calls are located because they're a great amount of material that you can use with them. Okay, Marcy, if you want to go ahead and close out that poll, and let's put in the next one. Okay, so the question now is, what mobile device are you using? Do you have an Apple device, an iOS, an Android, a Kindle, or maybe some other type of mobile device? So, okay, great. We have 70, we have quite a bit. Keep polling. Today, we will be able to show you both an Android as well as an Apple device through this call. So you'll be able to get familiar with both devices. Okay, so we have 80% with the Apple and 20% with the Android, so that's great. Let's close out this one, and let's go to the next one. So our next poll question is, what percentage of business is with realtors? So what we'll do with this is also show you how you'll be able to work with realtors with this counteroffer, as well as the cost of weight and with the mobile messaging. So we'll be able to really show you how you can connect with it. So 53% or fewer work with realtor partners, so this is perfect. So we'll be able to show you ways of reaching out to them. Okay, so I believe that's it with our polling, so we're done. So thank you for participating in that with us. So what I'm going to do is first, let's go through the little setup. Go to meeting, open up your question bar area, and ask any questions along. Even if it's to have me go back and re-show something, let me know. We'll do that. So open up your questions, ask any questions. We'll also have that chat open up, so if I'm dropping you any links, it will go in that chat area. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the camera. So hi everyone, I'm Lytle, and Teddy, come on. So we have Teddy Corral. So what we're going to do is with the video is first off explain a couple items that we're going to do today. So with that, we're doing a cost of weight, and with the cost of weight, it's a great educational piece of material for your borrowers. You'd be able to show them currently if this is the house price loan amount they're going to get. They have a 4.5% interest rate. But what if those rates rise? Well, here it is 1% higher. And you'd be able to educate the borrower with the difference in payment just with the interest rate. So that's what the cost of weight will do. Then we're going to cover a counteroffer. So with the counteroffer, you can see I have 4 products. So we have the initial offer from the borrower, but then the seller counteroffered with a higher sales price, same interest rate. So we'll discuss this further. Then we have another alternate offer in the sense of they're going to purchase a house with the same loan amount from, oh, what part of the screen can you see? Okay, let me stop sharing screen, and then usually this works. Okay. Okay, Jill. So while I'm doing that, hopefully the screen's back on. So with that, so where we left off was an alternate offer with the same loan amount, but a higher interest rate, showing the difference in time if they wait, and then a combination. if your rates are increasing, your economy is doing better, sales prices, home prices are going up. So this gives 4 different products, and we'll be able to show you how quick it is to create that. And then lastly, we're doing the open house flyer. What we'll do with this one, not so much create the report, but show you how you can use it with doing a video messaging, not just from your desktop, but through the mobile device. We can use that at the open house itself, and we'll also show you Edge Live. So got a lot to do today. Reason I have this camera on the whole time is, again, pointing out the importance of having a camera, providing that video message in your TCA. So with that, I want everyone to make sure you put on a video on all your reports. So we'll go through real quick showing you the mobile devices, how you can download it, have your mobile device handy, because during our trainings we'll go ahead and bring that information over. Oops, there you go. Okay, Teddy, where's your device? So what I have here, okay, let me bring that over. There we go. Okay, so we have the Android on the right-hand side and an iPad on the left. So we have both types of devices. So what I'm doing is, on my iPad, I'm going to the App Store. So this is what I'm looking for on the iPad. And on the Android, you saw that Play Store spot. So what all you have to do is go into your search engine and put in Mortgage Coach. And when you put in Mortgage Coach and do a search, you'll get both of our apps. You'll get the RateWatch app as well as our app for the reports, which now is not just a viewer anymore. You can record your video message as well as use Edge Live from your device. So you'll have your Mortgage Coach on the Android. You can see both the devices here to go ahead and download. So with that, once you have them downloaded, what we're going to do now is do a quick walkthrough with RateWatch. So if you want to go ahead and open your RateWatch, just do it from here. And you can see side by side how these look. So you have the exact same. So if you want to go ahead and take over, Teddy, and just go ahead and show them.
So on the RateWatch app, what it's showing us here is you notice that it's highlighted in red. What it's showing us is that our market, the MBS market, is down 3 basis points from the opening bell of this morning. And so it gives you the opportunity, basically, you know, whether you have it on your iPad or your or your smartphone, is that you are up to date with what's going on in the market. You know, if you're out on a meeting with a realtor or client, you're able to at least track the market, you know, as you go throughout the day. You don't have to be behind your desk as you, you know, as you're watching the market. You also, too, in this general area right here, okay, you can basically tap on that area there, and instead of looking at the candlestick chart, you can also see the day watch chart as well. Okay, both the candlestick chart and day watch chart, we allow you to send these alerts by tapping on this little guy there. You can tap on that, and what that's going to allow you to do is you can text or email this out to your clients or realtors. Several of the originators I work with, they love this little part of the feature, and they send just a quick text maybe on a market change. Last week, I know we had one crazy day where it was kind of all over the place, and basically we had like 5 different alerts. In other words, alerts means every time the market shifts 15 basis points, whether positive or negative, you're going to get that alert. And so a lot of realtors I work with, based off this RateWatch, they'll tap on that chart, and then they'll just send a quick you know, text or email to their realtor. Along with RateWatch too, RateWatch, you have alerts such as what it looks like here. Okay, there's actually no alerts. It's only down 3 basis points from the opening bell. And then edge views. Edge views are great. Okay, so if you are already using RateWatch and you have RateWatch downloaded onto your desktop, you get little pop-up alerts on the desktop. Okay, now on the smartphone, okay, you can see on my smartphone here, I use a Droid. It's the same looking feature as if you're using an iPhone. And you can see on my phone there that I have different alerts. This is telling me that every time my presentations are viewed, right, I get an edge alert letting me know my presentation's been viewed and how long it's been viewed for. Same as you receive an email. So now you're being updated constantly versus email and on your smartphone. So those are edge alerts. And of course, we have our commentary. Commentary is great stuff. Dan and Neil give us a daily commentary, so Monday through Friday they give us a daily commentary. Dan is really forward and straight to this point, pretty motivational, and his commentary is really, really solid. Neil, not only will he give his solid feedback, but a number breakdown too. So for those of you, we have a lot of, originators, myself included, right, that love tracking the market and love the whole breakdown, just mortgage gurus, right, have to know everything that's going on. So that's where this commentary really comes into effect.
And also I want to point out, Dan provides a video. You can always take that video link, it's the same link, so you can bookmark that on your device or on your desktop to be able to hear that on a daily basis. And real quick, Leah, this is recorded and it will be on our website. So we'll show you how to get that. If you have to get off, just email us at support and we can give you the video. So thanks. Sorry about that. Let's keep going. Okay, so the next piece besides the commentaries, we do have a lenders tab. And what this is just showing is how the rates are moving with various lenders, if they're increasing or decreasing this rate. So it just gives you an idea how other companies are just moving their rates. So you can see the iPhone as well as on my iPad. I have more space, so I have a lot more detail versus the Android phone. But you can see it's the same kind of information. I like that wheel. So now let's move on and to our settings. So if you want to be able to set up to receive email alerts, you can see you can set it up right there by clicking on that arrow. You can see all the different items you'd be able to add as well as your cell phone number. Then once you have that, you can go into your update schedule, receive the alerts either by the hour, each hour, or just individual times.
And it'll update you every 15 basis points as well, regardless of the shift, negative or positive.
So with that, that is RateWatch. So let's go ahead and close out a RateWatch. And what we're going to do is dive into Edge now, and we're going to work the reports and show you how those are created. So let's go ahead and, oops, go ahead and turn this off. Okay, there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create 2 reports, and you might think that is a lot that we're going to do. Actually, it is so simple. We're using the copy from feature to copy each product, so it's going to go really quick. What I would like you to do is follow along with me, create the report, and my challenge to you is create the report and send us the link, and with it, put a video message on it as well. Send it to us, introduce yourself. Talk a little bit about the report. Maybe if you have some pain points trying to figure out certain things in Edge, put that on the video as well. Email it to support, and we'll go ahead and respond with a video message back to you as well. So please do that. You're on the call to learn, so let's learn. So let's first log into Edge, which is edge.mortgagecoach.com. Enter your email address and password, and if you're not quite sure what that is, just email us at support, and we would be able to get that to you. And let's go ahead and put a correct password in. There we go. So with that, what I'm going to do is we're going to start on the cost of weight first. With the cost of weight, it's the same concept as the counteroffer. So we're going to go through the functions of the cost of weight first, learn the concepts, and then we'll just build out that counteroffer. So the first time creating a new report for a client, you want to click on New Client. If you're doing an open house or seller buy down, the partner reports, you would want to click on New Partner. So upper section is the client-facing reports, total cost analysis, rent versus own, versus a partner-facing. Those are the open house flyers as well as seller buy down. So let's click on New Client, and what I'm going to do is just title this Cost of Weight. I'm going to change it from individual to marketing. It just removes the borrower's names. And if you're working with a partner, this is a good place to put in their email address. And the reason for that, they can receive the email alerts. It's a long morning. And then you go ahead and put your friendly name. For marketing, you don't need to really do something like that, but I want this for a particular item. So I'm just saying this is my Thursday trainings on 5/28. So it gives me an idea of when I created it and why. Moving on, and I should go a little slower. So you have all that information here. Just key it in real quick. And then when you advance to the next screen, our goals, you just want to market purchase. We're going to move through here rather quickly. And really in these first 4 screens, you're only keying in 3-4 fields. So that's why we're moving on rather quickly until we hit our products. So we have our purchase a new home. And let's go ahead and put in the property value of $275 was our loan amount, so let's go ahead and put in $275,000, our sales price. And moving on, affordability, we really don't need to go into detail on here. You can if you want to use the reinvestment strategy, show them tax benefit, but in this particular case, we're just keeping the report basic. Same with the affordability here. And now we're in our product. So we're going to create 2 products, one with an interest rate of today's rate, and then we're going to create a second product bumping that interest rate 1%. So if we go back to our report, you can see how we have a buy now and then wait for drop. Okay, David, I will definitely slow down. Thank you for mentioning that. So, and then also, if I'm on a screen and you want me to go back a screen, please let me know, because it's more important that you understand how that data got there. So please let me know that as well. Moving to Edge, let's go ahead and name this one Buy Now. And let's put in that purchase price of $275. And then we're just putting 20% down in this particular case. I know, Leah, you were mentioning about, or not Leah, Jill, about PMI. We'll work with that toward the end of the call. So say the rate is today at 4% and the term is 360. So we're just doing a conventional product. You'll see as we advance the screens, we're going to build out our graphs in the upper right-hand corner. So now with that, we want to go ahead and place fees in. So I'm putting in my 15 days prepaid interest. I'm going to my closing cost details. If you're on an enterprise account, you might already have fee templates built for you. If not, we do have video tutorials and other training Thursdays. We've also covered fees. And if you want more information about building templates, just let us know and we can assist you on getting that information. So once you have all your fees, I'm applying it to the loan. And now you have all your fees entered here. So now if we move to the next screen, let's have our monthly costs. So let's go ahead and put in 0.35. I'm doing as my estimate for hazard insurance, and my estimate is 1.25 for taxes. Mortgage insurance, I'm going to go ahead and leave empty. I have 20% down. You can see my LTV right over on the right-hand side. And let's put in 2 months reserves, 4 months taxes, and 12 months premium. So that's how it is, quick and easy to create that first product. So this is just a conventional product, very easy. But now let's show you how you could build that second product rather quickly. So all you need to do is add another product. You know, the borrower is telling you, well, you know, I'm going to wait to see the rates, you know, possibly the house price might go down, the rates might go down, I want to wait. So now you're going to educate them about the cost of waiting. So what you're going to do here, and this is how quick this is going to make the report. We want the exact same product as Buy Now. The only difference is the interest rate. So what we're going to use is the Copy From button. This Copy From button will show the products we've already created. So I'm going to copy the Buy Now, press OK, and you'll see everything copied over for me. So what I'm going to do is a bump in interest rate. So I'm just going to do an even 1%. And now when I advance my screen, you're going to see the second product side by side. And now you can see the difference in that payment. So you can educate the borrower with that payment. So let's continue on. We can show you how that report looks. So you can see how I have all my fees carried over as well as my prepaid escrows, which come from keying in the 2 months of hazard reserves and taxes. So that's it. That's all we're going to put on the report is these 2 products. So next, you could go to the analysis screen. I'm going to leave it at 3%, 60-month term, as well as my long term at 15. We'll dive into this a little bit more when we work into Edge Live. Next, contact information. If you want to put it in, if you're working with a borrower, you could go ahead and place that information here. But I'm moving on into marketing piece. But I wanted to point out the payment notes before we go directly to the report. You can always access payment notes by hovering your mouse over presentation and clicking select report. But once you come in here, you just want to put something like estimated tax and insurance are or are not included in your payment. So I'm going to go ahead and remove are not because we included taxes and insurance. And I'm done. So a quick and easy way is hovering my mouse over presentation and go directly to the preview. Go ahead and put on the quote date, want to know when that rate was good, and take a look at your report and how it's created or what's resulted. So there you go. So you have one report created of the cost of weight, and it was rather quick and easy by using that copy from button. We also had our fee templates built out, so with that it also helped us move rather quickly through. So with that, I'm going to create now our second report, which is our counteroffer. So when we click on the create this report, what I'm going to do is actually go through all the areas in the report when we use Edge Live. So this will be able to explain the information as well as with that cost of weight. It could go into more detail for you. So let's go back to Edge. Whoops, there we go. And so now with that, what I want to do is go to the home screen. And those of you who are following along before I move out, sorry for moving, click on Generate Link. And this is the link you're going to email to your borrowers. So with that link, you could go ahead, I'm going to paste it in the chat box just to be able to have that in there. Just a moment. And if you want to take a look at that or keep that report, you have that link in the chat area. So now let's go back to the home screen and let's start our counteroffer. So click again on New Client. I'm going to make it a marketing piece and just label this as a counteroffer. And my friendly name is just Thursday's Training. And with this, you could put, if it's for a particular person, a counteroffer, you could go ahead and put their name in the friendly name field that gives you an idea of who it's for. Friendly name field is just your description. And then if you're working, Jill, with the video, what we're going to do is on this counteroffer, I'm going to show you how to do the video. And then we're also going to show you how to do the video with the mobile device. So let me just create this report real quick, and then we'll show you both of those items. So. Perfect. Thanks, Jill. So we have my friendly name field here. So remember, with this particular report, the borrower gave an initial offer to the seller, but the seller came back with a counter offer with a higher sales price. So with that, so we have two options in a sense. It's like a cost of weight, but with a higher loan amount. Then you have an alternate offer, and what this is doing is they do not want to go back to the seller. They're moving on. They want to buy the house with the same loan amount. So with that, you're showing them that's fine. It still takes time, and during that time, the rates can move. So this is just showing them, just in case, the higher interest rate, this is what's going to happen. But then at the very last one is the weight, and the weight is showing all the potential worst items. You know, the house price can go up as well as that interest rate. So with that, if we click on the more info, just want to provide you little details over here and what I'm working with. So with it, in the payment breakdown, you can see my price value. So you can see my sales price right here. I'm doing $275 as my initial offer, and my counter offer, they said no, it's $290. So then I'm buying a different house at $275 with the higher interest rate. And then now I'm showing, okay, what happens if the price of the home goes up as well. So I just wanted to point out those items. Closing costs is showing my loan to value. So you can see that I'm not going to have MI on this particular one either. It's just going to be straight 80%. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and build our analysis. So with Edge, we've got the counter offer. We have it marked marketing. Move to the next screen, just like the cost of weight. These 4 screens here, these first 4, we're only putting in a few fields. So we got our title, my friendly name, advance the screen to goals, mark it as a purchase, advance on, I'm just going to go ahead and put in $275 in this field. Move on. I'm not bothering anything in my affordability screens, and move directly to product. So just remember, I mean, just coming in here, it's really quick, and using that copy from button, that's going to help you build a report rather quickly too. So let's go ahead and put in our initial offer. And what we offered them was a sales price of $275,000, 20% down. Today's rate happens to be 4%, and for a term of 360. And again, if you have templates built, you could go ahead and pull your template. So if you're doing an FHA product and you have your MI already in the defaults, you could build those out and pull your template. This particular case, I just keyed that in. And before I move on, Leah has a question about the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac buttons in the previous screen. One more. Here we go. What this is would help you be able to see if the loan was a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. So if you click on those, it opens into a new tab, and it'll take you to their website to be able, if they're doing a refinance, if the loan is held by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. So that's what those two buttons will do. Going back to Edge, that will refresh, but just want to point that out. So, which is good because I've moved around to the screens. How can I get back to my product quickly without moving my left or right? What I'm going to do is hover over products. I don't have multiple products, so I'm just clicking on that, and it takes me to my first screen. So just, besides the left and the right, it saves your data, but you can move around at any point through the ribbons at the base. So our initial offer, 4%, $275,000. Let's go ahead and add our fees. 15 days prepaid. Closing costs. I'm just picking my conventional fee template. I'm applying it to the loan. Wow, I have a point and an admin fee. It's quite high. So let's put in our, I know, I always look at things. So, okay, let's put in our reserves, our taxes, a 12-month period. So this is how you'd be able to reach out to your partners. With a realtor, they're working with counter offers all the time. This is one way that you would be able to help them educate the realtor. So this is a counter offer you'd be able to send to the realtor and show them what you would be able to provide both mutual clients, yours as well as theirs. So it's a great building tool, a great introduction tool for a partner as well. So this is their initial offer, and the seller said, nope, I want more money as my sales price. So let's go ahead and put in the counteroffer. So we're adding another product through that green button at the base. And let's do this as counteroffer. So this is where that copy from button works. So if we go to that copy from button, we use our initial offer. It's going to be the same interest rate, but you want to show them what that difference is. They're countering with $290,000. So with that, they're thinking, what a difference, $15,000. So if you advance the screen, you could show them what it is with that payment, that monthly payment. So you could show them exactly what that difference is. All the fees copied over, so we don't have to worry about that, nor monthly costs. So now the borrower is saying, okay, well, you know what? I want to be able to go out and buy a different house at that same $275,000. So you're going to educate them. That's fine. It's going to take time, and during that time period, your rates might increase. So let's add another product. And what did I label this one? I think the alternate offer. Let's go back. So this is for another home, alternate. So we'll copy from, I'm copying the initial offer that has the same loan amount and the 4% rate, but you want to show them what happens if the interest rate might increase. So once you increase that interest rate, advance the screen, now you have your 3 products in the upper right-hand corner. So even with that, higher interest rate, same loan amount as the initial offer, but a little higher payment, but it's still less than that counter offer. So now the last product we want to show is the fourth product, which is the wait. What happens while you're waiting? The rates can go up and increase as well as the home price. So let's add another product. It's also reading all those articles about California and the house is increasing. Crazy. Copy from button, initial offer. Let's go ahead and choose our alternate offer. That has the interest rate of 4.25 that we want to show them. But we want to show them, okay, well, your home price also increased. So during that time, interest rate as well as home price increase. So now let's take a look at our fourth product. So with that, now let's go into, I'm hovering over presentation, and I'm selecting report because I want to make sure my payment notes are in there. So let's go ahead and I'm removing that bit here. And hover my mouse over presentation. Let's go to preview. Click on your quote date. I always want to remember to put that quote date. And let's take a look at the preview. Okay, so this is our report. If you notice in the lower right hand corner, I have a share button. This is a quick way to get your link. So I'm doing that and I'm placing the link in the chat box. So you have the link to this report as well. So now what we're going to do is show you how you can put a video on the desktop and describe the report a little bit, added some color about the partner, and then we're diving into the open house and showing you how to use the video on the open house, which can also be used on the TCA, but for training purposes, I want to be able to use it on the open house. So let's go back to Edge, click on Generate Link. So you'll see it's the same report. Lower left-hand corner is Record Message.
So once you click the record message, you can have this little box pop up here, and then you would click Allow. Once you click Allow, you know, obviously you're going to come up on video. Hello, everyone. So this is live. Now, you're not going to be live with your client, per se, as far as they're not going to see you talking live. We are on a GoToWebinar. This is why you see me live. What you're going to do is record a message. You can narrate, you know, the message you want to point out to them based off the product loan scenarios that you're putting together here. You know, for this particular sample, it's a really great sample, right? So you have initial offer, you have a counter offer, and then we have some alternatives. And so you can also point out too that, you know, if this doesn't work for you, Mr. and Mrs. Client, we can look at other homes, or we can look at other, you know, purchase prices as well. But here are the programs that are available based off your qualification. And the best part about this is think about the power of video, guys. It is huge. It's 4 times more likely to be shared. But the first thing to point out is that you can visually show them this total cost analysis and verbally explain it to them. You know, how many clients are you working with today to where your job, or every client we work with actually, our job is to educate them, right? But there are many clients to where you answer their questions and they may continue to ask the same questions over again just because they don't quite understand the first time. You may have sent that long detailed email out and they read it or not, and they still don't quite get it. So then you spend another hour on the phone with them, maybe 2, maybe 3 hours on the phone explaining the same thing. Well, with an Edge presentation, they could come back and view this over and over again along with your video. So that's why I come back to the fact that it's 4 times more likely to be shared. You're visually showing and you're verbally explaining. Right? Another way to point out too is how many times you know, you have to call that client. You have to get in contact with them. There's something important here, or you just have to let them know, hey, view your loan options. We have to make a decision. And you know, if you call them, right, you want a, you know, a 5 to 15-minute conversation, but you know once you call them, that 5-15-minute conversation turns into 30, 45, maybe even sometimes an hour. You don't necessarily have time for that. It's all time management. Our day has to be very productive and efficient. So when you add in a video, you're visually showing and verbally explaining to them. That's the power of video. It's huge. It goes a long, long way. It'll change your business and help you become more productive in different ways and give you more time to manage your day just by adding this video.
And then also with that, how you mentioned it, it's besides getting the video and the audio visual, it's working Edge Live. And so with Edge Live, by being able to highlight the items for the borrower and be able to point that out to them, it's also huge. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out the record just to be able to point out. You can record the message right below. You can play it and pause. Yeah, a couple questions. So let's go ahead and close this out. Mark is having a question on the record button. It's not different for each feature. If you go over to Edge, you have to, the preview is just a report, but all I did is go to presentation to preview, click on generate link, and then you have to click on the add audio video button. That will bring you up a different report that has that record message button. So Mark, if you go through those steps, you should have that record message button. And then Adriana, okay, so let's go to the cost of weight. Are you talking on our cost of weight program here, the buy now and this one? The monthly savings, I bet you it's with no graph here is what you're discussing or what you're asking. So what I'm going to do is let me know. I'm going back to our other report here, and let's describe that a little bit. So when you're looking at the monthly payment savings, you'll notice that the highest cost loan will not have a graph. It doesn't in the short-term area either. So we're comparing, the graph is comparing the savings to that payment. So they're going to save $132 compared to that weight product, $86 compared to that monthly payment, as well as $164 over that weight. So the graph is visually showing them that savings, so they don't have to look over here at their payment and do their math. So this is a quick way of showing them what the difference is and then having that weight product have the highest one with no graph. So I hope that explained it to you. More info button provides all the details of the payment. If you have a second lien, it comes in at the base. And for those of you who have clicked on the report, the very bottom, lower left, shows 0 viewers, which means no one has clicked on my report. When people start clicking on the report, you'll start seeing 1 viewer, 2 viewers, and this lets you know if your borrower has that report open. So it's a good tool to be able to look at and start looking for that. The other item I want to point out is, besides getting familiar with the report, go into that more info. So you have a lot of the information you're used to providing the borrower, the term, the rate, the payment. But if you go into more info, it dives into your payment breakdown. So you can show them that sales price. And what I'm doing here is Edge Live. So this is what the borrower will be able to see, and you can reach out with them. So I'll show you shortly a little bit more about Edge Live. Closing cost details, you have that LTV percentage, so you can see it's at 80%, but you also have your fee details, so you can go line by line with the borrower, explaining the fees. Short-term savings, what this is, your unrecoverable costs. So what we take is the interest and MI, so in this particular case it's interest only, and then your closing points. We add those together to get the total cost of the loan, and this of your unrecoverable costs, and that's what we do our comparison with. So not just the monthly savings, you're looking over the short term and really defining which payment is the better one for them. Okay, with that, let's jump into Edge right now, and let's go into using the mobile device with the open house flyer. So let's go ahead and dive into that. This is a new feature here. Okay, let's bring this open. So you can see how I have the desktop version of the open house flyer. Just a moment. And then we also have the mobile phone.
Your screen's stuck.
Okay, there it goes. Okay, not a problem. Just one moment. Let's bring up our reflector again. Go ahead and connect with it.
Just give me 1 second, guys.
Mm-hmm. And so what this will allow you to do is, once we do the connection, it allows you to be able to take a video through the mobile device. if you're working with a partner, you can be at the open house and you could record the message with your partner as well. So, okay, so there we go.
Okay, so what Lori's showing here is the open house presentation on the desktop, and then you can see I have my mobile phone here. Now I use a Droid. The app is the same whether you use an iPhone or a Droid, so it's the same. We showed you how to download the app in the very beginning of the call. So I'm going to go into the Mortgage Coach app now. So a few things to explain. I'm going to kind of take you from A to Z here on the mobile app. So what you're looking at here, right here, this is the link. As Lori explained earlier, these are the links that you would highlight, copy that, paste that in an email. You can even text the link to your client. If your client receives email on their phone, or you do a lot of texting now, and you text them this link, once they click, or in other words, once they tap on that link, okay, it'll prompt them to download the Mortgage Coach app. So you don't have to have them download the app first. That's one thing that I like to make clear, up front. You don't have to have them download the app first. Just send them the link, and it'll prompt them to download the link. Once that app is downloaded, your presentation will now open up for them. Okay, so once that app's downloaded, it automatically takes them to the presentation. It's the same presentation that you're viewing on the desktop. All right. So based off what you send to the desktop is the same presentation that they will see on their mobile phone. A few things to show you is the app just ended. Hang on, just bear with me 1 second, guys. I use an app to show you on the webinar. It's not the actual mobile Mortgage Coach app. It's a Screen Connect app, so I can show, and it's a new app, so you guys are kind of the guinea pig, but it's the only way we can show our phones on there. So let's just try it from the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, I've never been able to do the Android device before, so this is cool. We've always shown that.
Yeah, it just keeps kicking me out.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull up the app.
This always happens just when we're live, not during testing.
Okay, so I have your report up here, so if you want to talk about that with it, and press return, and it'll open up. I wonder if we have too many wireless. There you go.
Okay, so we're showing it on the iPad, and we're showing it on my Droid. So that's basically what your client will receive right on their smartphones. Okay. Anytime your client or realtor, because your realtor, think about the power of this, right? Your realtor can basically be viewing this, have it open on an iPad, a desktop, anything of that sort that it goes through. What I want to show though is video here. Okay. So let me take you right through the iPad. You can enlarge that, right?
Oh yeah.
The iPad. Okay, that's great, perfect.
So with the new app, it's just been released the last couple weeks. With the new app, you'll see this bar at the top, and this is new, and you have the record button. So go to town and.
So if your realtor needed to get a hold of you and they tap, on your information here, they can get in contact with you, okay? So in other words, if they need to give you a call, shoot you a quick email, just by tapping on your information, they can get in contact with you. Same with the realtor. If a client were to want to get a hold of you or your realtor, they can tap on this information and be able to get in contact with you. Over here, you see property features. Obviously, if they tap on that, they can see the different features. And then any setting that you put in here, in other words, anything that you title in this general area here, once that's tapped on, this will take them to the products meaning the loan scenarios that you put together for this particular scenario. You can see that I have these loan products back here, okay? These are the same loan products that they're viewing right from their smartphone or mobile app. The next thing And the newest feature that it has is in this general area right here, you're going to see, obviously you'll have the record button there as well, but you'll see here now that once you tap on this, okay, in your email and password should already be listed in there. Just give it 1 second. So it's your mortgage coach email, or the email that you would use to log into mortgagecoach.com, and your password. So it's the same as you would use to log into RateWatch. It's the same as you would use to log into Mortgage Coach.
There we go.
Right, perfect. So when I get over to the partner section here, okay, I can view different presentations. Okay, if I click on one I want to view, it's going to pull up this information here. New house flyer, seller buy down, done. If I click on new house flyer, okay, and I want to create a video for that new house flyer, I would then click on record message or record video, and you're going to see me here on the screen there, okay? So you can actually record a video straight from your smartphone or your iPad, all right? More importantly is if you want to walk through the open house, you can switch that, and is the camera blocking it?
I wanted the cases blocking it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can walk through the open house. We are in our green studio here at Mortgage Coach headquarters in Irvine.
A lot of green.
So you can see green studios where we record all our different videos for marketing and stuff like this. But the point I'm pointing out to you is that I can literally walk through this house and narrate. So I'm in the kitchen and I'm talking about how great this kitchen has been remodeled and all the great appliances it has. I can walk next to the living room, right, leaving the heart and soul of the kitchen, and just kind of walk through here. And at the same time, I'm talking and narrating the presentation. So your clients can basically get all of best of the worlds here, right? Video, looking at the open house, and they have finance options to view at the same time too. So that is the mobile app. Whether you, right now we have the iPad up, okay, but whether it's your Droid or iPhone, it's the same feature. It's just different devices. So if you use a different type of tablet, you can use this feature on that tablet as well. Extremely huge, extremely powerful, because now you can record video right from your smartphone as you walk through that open house.
And then also remember, a lot of we get a lot of questions in support, and they want to print the open house flyer and provide that at the open house. And to point out just the mobile device, having an iPad at the open house to show the report is so much more powerful, because if you go back to the report, you have that share button, remember, that we showed you. And that share button will allow that report as well as the video to be sent to the borrower. So you're collecting their information by sharing, and they have both yours and the realtor's information on their phone opposed to a hard copy. So, yeah, no, that's my generic. So I have a couple questions. Jacqueline, she can log in RateWatch, but doesn't seem to be able to log in from her laptop. Can you email support and have them take a look at your account and just be able to see? Leah wants to talk about the construction button before we leave. I could do that. The one thing about, Leah's asking about posting this to Facebook. You really need to talk to your compliance department because, you know, posting any kind of financial information. So you can post it directly to Facebook, but definitely always keep it generic. Never have anyone's borrower's information, name or anything. You can always use first name. Just keep last names off. Street addresses, unless it's an open house flyer, keep those off too. And what we're going to do is at the end, let's try doing the Android one more time, but it has the same functions as the iPad that we showed you, but we'll go ahead and try to do that as well. Last thing before we move on, what I want to do is now go into the mobile device, and let's show Edge Live. So let's go back, and what we'll do is show Edge Live with our counteroffer. So for all of you, either log in with the mobile device or log in, I was going to do a copy and paste, through clicking on the link through the chat box. So it is 16, and again, you can erase this all the way. You don't need to have the HTTP. You can just type in the number. So to show you, 16S360. And then once you hit return, it will automatically open the report. So I just want to point that out. So we have both our reports, so let's go ahead and we need to work Edge Live. So we'll go to clients, and that's my counteroffer.
So live reporting here, you can see where it's listed down here. Live reporting, you would click on that, and then you want to pull this to the side so I can show what it looks like. So on the iPad there, I'm going to click on the summary section. And you can see that we have a few highlights here. So if I was talking to them about the product, or our very first product there on the initial offer, and I am on the iPad versus being in my desktop, in other words, I'm out, and about, maybe in that particular home, and I click on initial offer and everything lights up, and they're viewing it from their desktop or anywhere else that they would be viewing it from, it would light up for them as well. Okay, so another thing to look at too is that you can highlight anything you wish to show them. You can change the different payment break from summary to payment breakdown. You can go from the payment breakdown section to closing cost. And you get into closing cost. Under the fee detail, it'll show the itemization of fees. So everything that you are used to showing your client now, you can show right from an Edge presentation, whether it be an open house presentation or a total cost analysis. And your client can see it anywhere at any given time versus a tablet or a smartphone. I hear a lot of feedback. My clients don't even have computers in their home, but they do have smartphones. And everyone is attached to their smartphone. Everyone's digitally attached to their smartphone. So you can view the different presentations that way as well.
So with that, let me move this around. What I'm going to do real quick is just put side by side our reports. And then I have a couple questions in the box. I see that, everyone. So I'll go ahead and put that. So just to give you an idea, so we have both the desktop and the Android device. So with this, the iPad, the mobile, and the report here, this is the consumer's copy. On the right-hand side, you see the clear, or left-hand side, you see a clear all button. That's the loan officer's copy. If I press clear all, I'm clearing out all the highlights on my report, and it's clearing out the highlights on the borrower's report. So as he was showing you on the mobile device, what you could do is, with it, go ahead and click on initial offer. You'll see how it clicks on the report as well as on the mobile device. Now if I go ahead, I want to go ahead and talk about the counteroffer. It will go ahead and highlight on both devices. So this is how you can physically reach out and touch the borrower with your information and being able to dive into the more info button and talk about their payment breakdown or the closing costs. It will move with you, and you can see that with it being side by side. So I wanted to point out. And there was a question on the upper right-hand corner, and check the question in email. Start at the top. From the laptop to mobile device, Will, you would go ahead and email you the link, or you can just go ahead and, like, if the borrower, they would receive the email from you. So when you initially send an email out, you would want to send them the link. So if you go to Edge, click on Generate Link. This is the link you want to copy and paste and put in your email. You can always hyperlink it to hide that coding, but this is what you want to send. And this is what you should send someone, a co-worker, send them the link and practice Edge Live with them, or a friend or family member, and really get to go into Edge Live. I know there was a question about the button up in the corner on the mobile device. I think what the question was this button up here. This allows you to press record and record a message on the device. If we go back to the front end, excuse me, you also have the button here that lets you dive in to do that video by selecting if it's a partner or client or what you're going to use. So those are what those two buttons do. Just one moment. Okay, so yes, Will, so you would email the link or text it to the borrower. And Maureen, I hope that answered the question on the mobile in the upper left-hand corner. Is that a camera button? Yeah, so that's when you actually record. You would go ahead and click on that. Jacqueline's asking that she was able to report on Android. Okay, just one moment on that question. I'll come back to it. Let's see. Okay, so Maureen, I think I identified those buttons in the upper left for you. And this goes on the iPhone, the Android device, and I believe the Kindle it's working on too. I know we have the app. I'm not sure if the Edge Live or video is on the Kindle yet. iPhone, any kind of tablets, any kind of devices. And Jacqueline, you don't have a silhouette in the upper corner? Check and see if you have the latest version, huh?
Yeah, this is the video on the iPhone and the Droid is the latest release for Edge. So anytime any app has new updates or releases, just check for any updates or releases. You may want to like restart your phone or go to your app store or Google Play Store, and it'll show you that there's updates, and then just go ahead and install the updates.
Okay. So with that, I have a couple questions. Jill did have a question on MI initially, a construction button, and various ways. That's going to be a long conversation, Jill. Various ways for PMI. Let me show you a couple things. Let's pull the mobile device out. Within Edge, when you go into Edge, if you click on the Help button, that will take you to a lot of our assets. And in our assets, we have calendar events, which just tells you all the different trainings we have, as well as our coaching calls. Our last Tuesday coaching call was on here. So you can see what we have, and you can sign up for the events this way. Also want to point out, and this might help you out, Jill, is the MI option. So if you click on accessing our coaching call archive, we post a lot of our calls over here. So with that, you'll see the Tuesday. If you're not signed up, you could click here and sign up for those. And I just covered on one of my Thursday calls MI. And if you could do, Jill, what we could do is email us at mortgage coach at our support, and I'll get you that item. What we did is monthly MI, lender paid MI, single premium MI, and then we did an 80-10-10. So we did show that, and what we can always do is show that on next week's if we need to. So that's not a problem. Any other questions? We're getting to the top of the hour. Any other questions? Construction button. Let me go into Edge. we have a construction button right here, and if you do construction products, you could click in here and enter your term of your construction period and the rate for that period. Just remember, if you're working with constructions, you can always email us a support and get some more information. There's also a video asset that we have for this. But construction, some people have the term with construction term within or without of that term period. So you just need to either put 360 here. If the construction firm's on the outside, you just put in the length here. But if it's on the inside, you know, say if it was an additional 12 months, you would put 372 here. And if you're doing construction, you might understand what I was just saying, but just email us support, we can help you out. Because I know, Teddy, you're giving me that look, like, what?
Oh, I got it. I got it. Completely understand.
So anyhow, but it does go into details, and what I find out with construction, you just email us, we can help you out. Every company does construction loans slightly different, so just let us know how you can, we can help you with that. And that is it today. I think we're going to do a wrap, unless you can think of anything else we could cover. Any other questions? Let's go ahead over to our question area. Oh, great, you got the update. Good. So everyone, if you don't have that person, just go and get the update on your iPhone and get that the updated app, and you'll be able to have that. So with that, what we're going to do is launch our last poll question, and we'll be sticking around for a few minutes. If you have any questions, just put them in the question area, and we'll answer them for you. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time being on the call. Send us your link if you created the report with us, and we'll review it and give you a message back. Thank you again.
Every once in a while, I think they'll...
Okay, with that, what we're going to do is close out our call. I don't see any additional questions. Thank you again for attending our training Thursdays. And if you want a topic that you want covered, please email us at support, and we'll cover that topic on our next training. Thank you again. Enjoy your day.